Hello, welcome back to my haunted library and welcome to the Gothic Hearts Reading Challenge. I'm not sure how many years we've been doing it, but I think we've been doing it, maybe this is the third year. I should have known that before I started this video. Anyway, I'm with my same old candelabra. I actually lit these candles and now I'm a little scared of setting my library on fire. I didn't do it right where you're supposed to start at the back with the match and then move your way forward. So I am going to put this out for now. Okay, the fire's out. Everything's safe, I hope. And I'm excited about this challenge because this is something I look forward to every year, and I know my co-hosts do as well. And another thing I like about it, it's like the perfect kind of winter read, Gothic literature. And it's going to be a big snowstorm this weekend, which I'm kind of looking forward to. But I'm hoping for some cozy snowy days where I can do some Gothic reading. And we included some things that are a little more creative this time around because sometimes it's a little hard to keep up with all the reading. And I get it, especially if if you pick something that's a little longer. Like I'm going to really try to read some Anne Radcliffe this time around because I kind of chickened out last time. But yeah, and another thing that's cool about this reading challenge is it's totally laid back. We're all busy and there's no pressure to complete all the assignments. You don't have to go into a Discord and discuss if you want to, we don't have a Discord, but if you want to create one, be my guest. But I'm just saying there's not that pressure to have this massive participation. So you do what you feel like doing and just cheer your fellow participants on as much as you can. Okay, so here we go. So my co-hosts this year will again include Edie Lewis, author D.L. Tillery, Elizabeth Sagewood, and Aphrodite Lee. All right, so here are the 8 prompts, and my co-host and I created these and came up with some creative titles for the different prompts. So here we go. Number 1, Shadowed Hearts. Read a Gothic book, short story, or poem featuring a dark romance. So that can be a newer work, it can be something more classic. I did a video last week about Nosferatu. Wouldn't necessarily call that a romance, but it kind of, in a way, the Dracula story, at least how it's been portrayed, like in Bram Stoker's Dracula, the movie, that's a dark romance. But there are all kinds of dark romance books out there that have a Gothic flair. So that's number 1. And I don't know which one I'm choosing for this one yet. I have to come up with my TBR next week. I love this one. This is called Dear Mina. Write a Victorian-style letter on fine stationery, pen and ink with a wax seal. It's all optional. You don't have to do all the bells and whistles, but we thought this would be fun. And send it to a friend. So I think there's nothing more Gothic than to be with your ornate desk, with your candelabra, if it's at night, lit, and you're writing your letter in a feverish dream space, or maybe a love letter, or maybe I'm trapped in this castle type of letter, please help, and you seal it with a wax seal. I noticed in Nosferatu, I'm going to keep going back to this movie because it's fresh in my mind, but his wax seal was like a pentagram. It really played into the occult, that movie, as if Count Orlok was this rich man, maybe bored, living in his castle back in 1100 or something, and he started dabbling with the occult, and this was the result. Kind of like Neil Gaiman. All right, number 3, speaking of castles, Dark Castle. Read a Gothic book, short story, poem featuring a castle or mansion. Well, that's a pretty standard Gothic convention, so it shouldn't be too hard to find a story that fits that criteria. I have a lot of Gothic romances on my shelf. The old-fashioned ones from the 70s seems old-fashioned now, with the girls running away from the castle or the beautiful mansion on the cliff. Number 4, Ethereal Whispers. Create a Gothic-inspired mood board. Now, this can be something you do on Pinterest or something you actually create, the physical mood board. Like in the old days, you get some thumbtacks and a piece of cork or cardboard and do it up. I'm going to have fun with that one too. I think I still do have a Pinterest account, but I haven't used it in a while because I just found, I can't keep up with all these online platforms and I'm trying to be less online. So maybe I will do a physical mood board to share with you. As a costume designer, I've done real mood boards before with fabrics and things like that. So that's something really soothingly creative about that. For years and years, I would keep a scrapbook. I still have them, but then I guess when the internet came around, I just kind of abandoned it, which is a bit of a shame. But I used to keep scrapbooks of magazines, clippings from magazines that I loved. And most of it was like fashion magazines, Vogue and Bazaar. I would just, whatever was speaking to me, whatever I was responding to positively, I would cut it out and make a collage. And I had tons and tons of these books from when I was pretty young. And this is what Gothic is all about, getting in touch with that old-fashioned Gothic vibe. It's all fun. Number 5, Hymns of Shadows. Got a lot of shadows in Gothic. Read a Gothic book short story poem with a religious theme. Now, this one's optional. Not everyone likes to read religious themed books or stories, but I think I might reread The Monk, which definitely has a religious theme. Number 6, I really love this, and I do have just a Gothic romance shelf, but I might add to it or maybe create something new. This is Gothic Sanctuary. Design a Gothic-inspired book nook, shelf, or reading corner. Share a picture. So all of these things can be shared on social media, of course, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever floats your boat, or not. Okay, number 7, Feast of the Forgotten. Create a dish or drink inspired by Gothic literature. Now, this could be a lot of fun. Now, you don't have to maybe come up with your own recipe unless you're really talented and want to do that, but maybe create a cocktail inspired by alcoholic or non-alcoholic. Maybe bake a devil's food cake and share it with some friends. The possibilities are endless, or maybe a steak that's done extremely raw. But anyway, take pictures and post and have fun, and don't poison yourself or anyone else, because that's not what we're about. It's all about fun here and positivity in the darkness, in the shadows. And number 8, Tales from the Crypt. I love this one too. And again, we're getting outside. We're getting offline. Visit a real-life Gothic place, cemetery, castle, mausoleum, museum, or house or mansion, and make a short video or photo essay chronicling your experience. Well, I'm already thinking of things I can do for that. Maybe Font Hill in Doylestown. Maybe I'll go back to the Vampa Museum in Doylestown. There are plenty of graveyards right near my house, and maybe this would be fun. I'll go visit my family crypt in Laurel Hill Cemetery in Philadelphia, which is a very Gothic cemetery. I'm already planning this out. I'm already excited about these prompts. I'm going to put in the description the prompts and all my co-hosts, so make sure you follow all of them, and let me know in the comments if you are planning to participate in the Gothic Hearts Reading Challenge this year. I would love to hear your thoughts. So that's all I have for today. Thanks for stopping by my haunted library, and I'll see you soon. Bye.